Good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. I'm Leisha Hauer, and I work for the American Cancer Society. Generally, I would be up very early at Centennial Olympic Park, preparing to welcome you to the park for making strides against breast cancer and welcoming our 20,000 plus walkers. Instead, I'm here virtually welcoming you to day 4 of 5 days of strides. I hope you've enjoyed this virtual week filled with inspiring survivor stories, gratitude to our sponsors and teams, and living our healthiest, best lives. I also want to give a huge thank you to our hosts this week, Rebecca Cable, Katrina Johnson, and Mo Ivory. We are so grateful for your support. 5 days of strides will culminate with our National Strides Live Across America tomorrow at noon. Today, we encourage you at the end of this post to get out with your family and start walking for strides. Thank you, PEI, for sponsoring our hashtag Walking for Strides. When walking, we ask you to take a photo or a video and post on social media, again using hashtag Walking for Strides. To get you in the spirit, we will start a simple, healthy breakfast wrap recipe using egg whites to fuel you and your family. Then we will get active with a stretch session from Erica shortly. You'll love this easy and very filling breakfast, and it's perfect for breakfast on the go. Making Strides is all about our survivors and how they stand strong in this fight. I want to share with you Heidi Garland's survivor story. Take a look.
I called in and I was asking the doctor. She said, "Do you have your results yet?" "No." She said, "I hate to do this over the phone. You have breast cancer." And it rocked my world. Going through cancer treatment and having something this horrendous go wrong in your life, you kind of have to find some way to give back. Making Strides has become my Christmas, my birthday, my Mother's Day. It is the best day of the year because it's a day where being a survivor is celebrated in such a glorious way. I have found a way to help on a large scale, and I know that the money that I raise funds vital research and it pays for really, really important patient services. Making Strides has given me the hope that no one else could give me. And we're going to make a difference, and I'm going to finish the fight. And in my lifetime, I'm going to see an end to cancer.
I'm Erica Ruiz-Punya. Thanks for joining me on behalf of Making Strides today. If you've been with us all week, we've done a couple of stretches. We've stretched out our hips, our shins, our feet, and our wrists. And today we're going to stretch out a little bit more on our hips as well as the lower extremities. So we're going to start off by sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to spread our legs out in front of us. We're going to start by internally and externally rotating our hips to stretch them out. So first, we're going to rotate outwards, pointing our toes towards each wall, and just hold it there while you make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, taking some deep breaths. This is not a very common movement that we make, so it might feel a little bit uncomfortable, and that's okay. Stretching should feel good, it shouldn't hurt, but it's okay if it's a little bit uncomfortable. And then from here, we're going to rotate inwards the other way, toes facing each other, to stretch out the other side. And we'll do one more external. Maybe you can get a little bit further this time than you did the first time. And one more internal. From here, we're gonna go ahead into a double pigeon. So we're gonna stack our ankles on top of our knees and our knee on top of our ankle. Sit up nice and tall. You might already start to feel a little bit of a stretch in the hips, but if you don't, bend from the hips forward. Walk your hands out until you feel a nice good stretch. Some people can get all the way down to the ground. Some people can even touch their head to the ground, but go as far as feels comfortable for you. You should feel a good stretch, but no pain. Go ahead and check for me that your shoulders are down and back. You're bending at the hips, not too much rounding out of the back. And we'll go ahead, switch to the other side. So now we're just switching the other leg on top. Again, sitting up nice and tall and bending forward to wherever feels comfortable. Maybe you can't go as far on one side as you can on the other side. That's pretty common and something that you can work on. A couple more nice deep breaths here and come back up. So now we're gonna go ahead and extend one leg out, and we'll just sit up nice and tall, facing towards that leg. And again, bending at the hips, reaching maybe your knee, shin, or foot, whatever you're able to stretch out the hamstring, the back of the thigh. A bonus, if you flex your toes towards you, you also add in a little stretch for the calf as well. The calf has two main muscles. At this point, we're stretching the larger muscle of the calf. And if we bend the knee a little bit, we'll get that other muscle in there as well. Let's go ahead and straighten out that knee. We'll cross over the other leg on top and pull it in towards our chest. You should feel a nice stretch in the hip. Shoulders down and back, head and neck neutral. Nice deep breaths. Now let's go ahead and switch. So now we've got our other leg extended out, sitting up nice and tall, facing towards those toes, and bending at the hips to reach out to your knees, shins, or feet, wherever you can. Again, we'll point the toes towards us so that we include a calf stretch for the bigger muscle of the calf. And then when you're ready, bend the knee a little bit to stretch out the other muscle of the calf. And then we'll straighten out that knee flat on the ground. Cross it over for our last bit of stretch here, hugging that knee in to our chest. Couple of nice deep breaths to finish off here, and most importantly, I want to remind you to not forget to tune in tomorrow, October 18th, for the virtual National Making Strides event. Hope to see you there. Bye-bye.
Now that you're all warmed up, let's get to it. Enjoy this beautiful day and make sure you are walking for strides using hashtag Walking for Strides. And be sure to join us tomorrow as Making Strides supporters from across the nation will tune into Facebook, YouTube, or makingstrideswalk.org for our Strides Live across America. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow.